Welcome back to a new video on my channel. It's time for a new Pilates workout, and today we're going to do a core control workout. So if you have seen my previous videos, you know that I will upload two different types of Pilates workouts every week. One that is easier and one that is more challenging. So the one we're about to do now is the more challenging one. So first, I just want to explain what I mean by challenging. So when I say challenging, I'm not talking about challenging as in dripping in sweat and being completely out of breath, but more as in it's going to make your core muscles work a lot harder and you're going to need more core strength to be able to do the exercises. In saying that though, I will give you different levels so that you can make the exercises easier or harder depending on your level, and that way you can also build up to the more challenging levels. But I guess the best way to find out what I mean is to see it for yourself. So enough with the talking, grab your mat and we'll dive right in. We're gonna start in a standing position. Place your feet hip width apart on the floor. Keep a soft bend through the knees. Stand up nice and tall, lift the chest, lower the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then take a deep breath in, reach your arms above the head. And then exhale, lower the arms down by your sides. Same thing again, so inhale, lift the arms. And breathe out as you lower. Very good. Now next time you breathe out, flex at the hip. And then come all the way down to the floor. See if you can touch the floor and then inhale, come back up, reach your arms above the head. Exhale, flex at the hip, make sure you keep your spine flat, come all the way down to the floor again. Inhale, come back up. Do two more. And then on your last one, come all the way down to the floor. And then stay in your forward fold. So just take a few deep breaths here. Relax the arms and the neck. Have a little sway left to right. You can hold on to each elbow if you want to. And then bring your hands back to the floor and then slowly walk out to your high plank. So make sure your spine is in neutral position, draw the navel towards the spine, engage your core. So we're going to do one push-up here. So you can use the knees or your toes, that's up to you. Keep your elbows close to your body, lower it down to the floor. Push back up, flex at the hip, and then walk with your hands back to forward fold. Stay here for a little moment, just have some rest here. And then when you're ready, walk out to plank again. Do a push-up. Again, you can use the knees if you need to. Flex at the hip. And come back to forward fold. We'll do one more after this one. So just stay in your forward fold for a little bit. And then walk out to plank. Do a push-up. And then flex at the hip. Stretch back onto your heels, stay here. Do little pulses with your feet. So bend one knee at a time. Try to bring the heels close to the floor as you can. Very good. Now take a deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, come forward to plank. Inhale back to downward facing dog. Breathe out to plank. Inhale, flex at the hip and stretch back onto your heels. So just keep moving with your own breath. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, you can lift one foot off the floor And then inhale, lift the leg as you flex at the hip. Point the toes, lift the leg as high as you can. And then come back down. And then swap legs, so same thing, opposite side. Do one more each leg. Back to plank, both feet on the floor, drop the knees, and just sit back onto your heels and have some rest here. Now from here, come up to onto all four. So make sure you have your hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Find your neutral spine, so you should have that slight curve through the lower back. Draw the navel towards the spine, engage through the core. And then breathe out as you lift your right arm and your left leg. Inhale, lower back to the floor. Same thing, same side again. So breathe out, lift your right arm and your left leg. Inhale as you lower. So as you lift, try to make your body as long as you can rather than lifting as high as you can, because you want to keep your spine in that neutral position, and if you lift the leg too high, you're going to arch your back. So just be mindful of that. Do two more. And then on the last one, lift up and then hold it there. So try to make your body as long as you can, flex the foot, push the heel away from you. And then inhale, draw the knee to the elbow. Exhale as you lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow. Breathe out as you extend the arm and the leg. Do two more. And last one coming up. Very good, lower back to the floor, sit back onto your heels. Just have some rest here. And then when you're ready, come back up onto your knees and hands. So we'll do the same thing on the other side now. So just make sure your spine is in neutral position. And then breathe out, lift your left arm and your right leg. Inhale as you lower. Again, remember to make your body as long as you can as you lift. And make sure you draw the navel towards the spine. Keep your spine in that neutral position. Do two more. And last one coming up, this time, hold. Again, flex the back foot, push the heel away from you, make your body as long as you can. And then inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to elbow. And breathe out as you lengthen. Do two more. Last one. And then lower back to the floor, sit back onto your heels and rest. Very good. Now from here, tuck the toes under and come up to a high plank. So again, make sure your spine is in neutral position. Engage your core, squeeze your glutes. Keep your hands shoulder width apart directly under your shoulders. And then lower to the floor. So we're gonna do a push-up again. So you can use the knees if you need to. Keep your elbows close to your ribs. Push back up. And then bring your heels over to the left and reach your right arm up towards the sky. And then lower the hand back to the floor. Do a push-up. Bring the heels over to your right. Reach your left arm up to the sky. And push up. So just keep moving from side to side. Remember, you can use the knees if you need to for the push-ups. Do 2 more. Last one coming up. And then back to plank, lower the knees to the floor and sit back onto your heels. And then walk with your fingers over to the left side of your mat. And then over to the right side. And then back to center. Now from here, come up to a seated position. So bring your legs out long, out in front. And then reach your arms above the head. And then keep your arms above the head as you slowly roll down to the floor. And then come back up the same way. So draw the chin towards the chest and roll back up. Inhale as you come up to the top. Reach up as tall as you can and then exhale, fold, try to touch the toes. And then reach your arms above the head and slowly roll down to the floor, one vertebra at a time, slow and controlled. Inhale as you come up to the top. Exhale, flex at the hip, try to touch the toes. Do one more. And then finish off on your back. So just roll all the way down to the floor again. Very good. Now bend your knees and then lift your feet off the floor. Find your neutral spine. So it should be a little bit of space between your spine and the mat. And then make sure you brace through the core to stabilize your spine in that position. Now reach your arms out in front. And then breathe out as you bring one arm above the head as you lower the opposite leg. Inhale back to center. Same thing, opposite side. So breathe out as you lengthen and lower. Inhale on the way back. So just be aware of your spine there. So make sure you don't lower the leg too far down. So if you start to arch your back, you're going too far. So just find that level where you can hold your spine in that neutral position. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, you can extend both arms and both legs at the same time. Same thing here, only lower it as close to the floor as you can without losing your neutral spine. Do 3 more. And then bring the knees to your chest and wrap your arms around the knees. Just rock from side to side, just have some rest here. And then when you're ready, bring the knees back to 90 degrees. So your knees should be directly over the hip. Again, make sure you find that neutral spine, a little bit of space between your spine and the mat. And then place your hands behind your ears. Keep your elbows out wide. And then as you breathe out, draw the chin towards the chest and lift up. Draw the right shoulder towards your left knee. Inhale, come back down. Same thing, opposite side. So breathe out, draw the left shoulder towards the right knee. Inhale, come back down. Make sure you keep your elbows out wide. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, you can extend the opposite leg as you lift. So breathe out and extend the opposite leg. Inhale on the way back, same thing, opposite side. Breathe out, lower the leg. Inhale, come back to the starting position. Now, if you want to make it even more challenging, instead of lowering the head back to the floor each time, keep the shoulder blades off the floor and then just move from side to side. Do 4 more. Very good. Bring the knees to your chest and just have some rest here. Now hold on to your left knee and extend your right leg. Just make sure you keep it off the floor, so don't lower it all the way down to the floor. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, swap leg. Inhale, hold. Exhale as you swap leg. Inhale, hold. Breathe out as you swap leg. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, extend the leg and then reach for your calf and then keep your legs straight. So inhale, hold. Exhale, swap. Do 4 more. And then bring the knees to your chest. Very good. Now place your hands outside your knees and then begin to rock back and forth until you can come up to a seated position. So try to balance on your sit bones without bringing the feet to the floor. So keep your feet off the floor if you can. Just find your balance and then rock back. Come back up, find your balance. Same thing again. So make sure when you come up to the top, don't round through the spine. Make sure you keep it flat and your core engaged. lift the chest. We'll do a few more. Do 2 more. And then come up to seated position. Still keep your feet off the floor, lift the chest, engage your core, flat back. Now as you breathe out, extend your legs and lower the back to the floor. Inhale, come back up. Very good, do 4 more. And last one, this time lower down and then hold it there. And we're gonna do 10 scissor kicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back up. Very good. Now come into a cross leg position. Just place your hands on your knees and then tilt your head to the right. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, look over your shoulder. Inhale back to the starting position. Breathe out as you rotate the head, and inhale on the way back. Do 1 more. And then tilt your head to the left, same thing, opposite side. So just take a deep breath in and breathe out as you look over your shoulder. Inhale as you come back. Do 2 more. And last one. Very good. Now breathe in, reach your arms above the head. And then as you exhale, rotate to the right, place your left hand on your right knee. And then your right hand behind you. Lift the chest, look behind you. Just take a few deep breaths here. And then next time you breathe in, reach your arms above the head. Exhale, rotate to the left, same thing, opposite side. So lift the chest, just take a few deep breaths here. And then next time you breathe in, reach your arms above the head. And bring the arms back down. Very good. Now from here, come over onto your knees and sit back onto your heels. And then tuck the toes under and lift up to downward facing dog. From here, come forward to plank. And then slowly lower yourself to the floor. Untuck the toes. Lift the chest as high as you feel comfortable. And then lift the hip and roll over your toes and back to downward facing dog. Very good. Same thing again. So come forward to plank. Lower to the floor, slow and controlled. Untuck the toes, lift the chest. And then lift the hip and come back to downward dog. Do 1 more. Very good. Now from here, come back to plank and then lower down to the floor and come down on your tummy. Now keep your hands about chest height and make sure you keep your elbows close to your ribs. And then take a deep breath in. Now from here, as you breathe out, you're gonna push yourself up. And then lift one leg, do 5 little pulses. Same thing, other leg, 5 little pulses. And then lower back to the floor. Keep your elbows close to your ribs, slow and controlled. Same thing one more time, so take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, push yourself up. Do 5 little pulses each leg. And then slowly lower back to the floor. And then sit back onto your heels. And then tuck the toes under, lift up to downward facing dog. And then walk with your hands back towards the feet. And then grab a hold of your right shin with your left hand. And then reach with your right arm up towards the sky as you breathe out. Inhale, come back down. Same thing, other side. So breathe out as you reach. Inhale on the way back. Do 2 more each side. And 1 more each side. Back to center. And then from here, just slowly uncurl the spine, stacking 1 vertebrae at a time, head being the last to come up. Stand up tall at the top, roll back the shoulders, and then interlace the fingers behind your back. Take a deep breath in, open up the chest, extend the arms. And then breathe out, release the hands. Well done, guys. We are done for today. All right, that is it for this workout. If you see this, it means that you made it to the end, so well done. I'd love to hear what you think about the workout, so comment under this video to let me know that you did it and how you went. I upload new workout videos every Tuesday and Saturday, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do that so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.